Is it true? Did Yoo Yeon Seok and Chae Soo really tie the knot behind closed doors? Away from the flashing cameras and screaming fans? The answer will leave you speechless. Whispers of a secret wedding have turned into a storm of leaked photos, star-studded sightings, and jaw-dropping revelations. From the glamorous venue to the unbelievable guest list, Red Carpet Revealed is diving deep into the love story that just shook the entertainment world. Let's uncover the truth, right now. Is it true? Did Yoo Yeon Seok and Chae Soo really tie the knot behind closed doors, away from the cameras, the paparazzi, and the adoring fans? For days, netizens were caught in a whirlwind of confusion, disbelief, and curiosity. A mysterious image surfaced, blurred, yet unmistakably tender. Silhouettes, hand in hand, surrounded by white flowers under a soft veil of candlelight. The internet exploded within hours. Comments flooded in. Is that them? No way. That dress, it looks like Chae Soo bin. Wait. Is that Park Bo-gum behind them? Speculation snowballed. No statement came from their agencies. No press release. Not a single tabloid managed to snap a clean photo. Yet the whispers only grew louder, until one insider finally whispered the truth. Yoo Yeon Seok and Chae Soo had, in fact, said I do. And they did it in the most secret, poetic, and heart-stopping way possible. The ceremony wasn't held in a Grand Seoul hotel or televised like a K-drama fairy tale. No. This was far more private, and somehow far more powerful. The chosen venue was a secluded oceanfront villa in Jeju Island, where only the waves dared to intrude on the couple's sacred moment. The guest list was small. Just 50 names. No press. No phones. Everyone swore silence. But someone didn't keep their promise. How do two megastars, known for their elegance, their poise, and their ability to capture millions of hearts, manage to escape into a ceremony so intimate, so delicately orchestrated, that even the most persistent journalists couldn't sniff it out? It began with months of planning under the radar. Friends were contacted through personal assistants. Instructions were handwritten. The words "This day is ours" were engraved in soft silver script. Guests were flown to Jeju in staggered schedules, arriving through private terminals. They were met by black cars with tinted windows, whisked away to a private coastal estate guarded by ex-military personnel. Everything was designed to protect the moment. And what a moment it was. By the time the sun dipped behind the horizon, the sky had painted itself in pastels, lavender, rose, and golden amber. The aisle wasn't a traditional red carpet, but a simple path lined with white lilies and baby's breath. A string quartet played a soft instrumental piece written especially for the couple. Every detail spoke of elegance without excess, intimacy without spectacle. Chae Soo's entrance was silent magic. She wore an off-shoulder ivory gown custom designed by a Parisian atelier, known only to a handful of Korea's elite. The veil was embroidered with the phrase in French, "Pour toujours," mon amour, forever, my love. Her hair was pinned in a loose chignon, and in her hand was a bouquet of soft pink peonies, Yoo Yeon Seok's favorite. As she walked down the aisle, guests could be seen holding back tears. Yoo Yeon Seok stood waiting, dressed in a charcoal suit tailored so perfectly it looked sculpted on his frame. But it wasn't the suit that drew attention. It was his expression, tender, awestruck, entirely lost in her. They didn't speak until she reached him. Then, quietly, with the officiant smiling gently nearby, the ceremony began. No cameras clicked. No flashes went off. Just soft music, murmured vows, and hearts pounding louder than the waves. An anonymous guest later described it this way: it felt like the world stopped for them. Like time bent itself around their love, giving them just enough space to seal their promises without interruption. The vows weren't long. They weren't grandiose. But they were deeply personal. Chae Soo, eyes glistening, whispered, "You've seen me at my most vulnerable, and still chose to love me deeper. Want to choose you every day, forever." Yoo Yeon Seok responded with a tremor in his voice. "My calm in chaos. My home in a storm. I vow to stand by you, always." When they kissed, the waves crashed louder, as if nature itself applauded. But how did it all stay hidden for so long? The answer lies in the lengths they took to protect their love. Sources close to both stars revealed that they had been planning this ceremony for over a year, well before rumors of their dating even surfaced. Most believe their chemistry on past drama sets was merely professional. But behind the scenes, it blossomed into something rare. They had learned from their peers, Hyun Bin and Sun Ye-jin, Lee Seung-gi and Lee Da-in, that love in the spotlight is fragile. That privacy is power. And so, they built walls around their romance. Not out of shame, but out of reverence. A single clue might have given it away. Just days before the wedding, fans noticed that both Yoo Yeon Seok and Chae Soo had gone unusually silent on social media. No stories. No updates. No casual airport photos. For actors who frequently posted about coffee or drama sets, the silence was jarring. A few fans speculated they were working on a secret project. No one guessed it would be the rest of their lives. What sparked the leak? It started with a mistake, or perhaps a moment of emotional rebellion. A staff member, reportedly a makeup artist's assistant, shared a blurry image on their private account, a candlelit table, a pair of champagne flutes, and in the background, the unmistakable silhouettes of two people kissing. It was deleted within minutes, but screenshots live forever. The image raced across Twitter, TikTok, and Naver blogs within hours. Fans zoomed in, compared facial outlines, posture, even the shape of the bride's shoulder. That's Chae Soo Bin's jawline. Where, one comment read. Others matched the background decor with a Jeju wedding villa that had been booked under an alias 2 weeks prior. And then came the second blow, the guest list. Someone shared that they saw Park Bo-gum arriving quietly at Jeju airport with no press entourage. Kim Yoo-yeon was spotted the same day, in oversized sunglasses and a beige hoodie. Do. Of EXO posted an Instagram story with a blurred horizon and a heart emoji. That was all it took for speculation to become wildfire. Still, the agencies remained tight-lipped. Do not comment on our artists' private schedules. The first statement. Another source said. Nothing to confirm. The denials only added fuel to the fire. Fan communities began compiling every shred of evidence they could find. A wedding ring glinting faintly in a behind-the-scenes drama photo. A mysterious quote in an interview where Chae Soo had said, "My happiest place is by the sea." Vacation photo from last year where Yoo Yeon Seok was standing beside a woman cropped out of frame. As all this unfolded, their star made a single public appearance. They didn't have to. Their silence was loud enough. By the time the story hit international outlets, Variety, Vogue Korea, and even People magazine, the world had already accepted the truth. Yoo Yeon Seok and Chae Soo were married. Only mystery that remained was who else had been there to witness it. And that's where things get even more jaw-dropping. What if we told you that two of Korea's most powerful celebrity couples attended? That an iconic K-pop idol sang live at the ceremony? That a famous actor reportedly gave a speech that made the bride cry? That a top-secret couple made their first public appearance as a pair at this wedding? The truth is, this wedding wasn't just a romantic milestone for Yoo Yeon Seok and Chae Soo. It was a gathering of titans. A moment when the elite of the Korean entertainment world came together, not for promotion, not for press, but for love. That, dear readers, is a story for tomorrow. Because the guest list is about to shock you. And once you know who attended, you'll never see Korean showbiz the same way again. Stay tuned for part 2, where Red Carpet Revealed brings you behind the velvet rope, into the hearts of the stars, and inside the night that no one was supposed to talk about. The wind that night had a softness to it, almost like it knew it was brushing up against something sacred. As Yoo Yeon Seok and Chae Soo sealed their vows with a trembling kiss, time paused in reverence. But just as magical as the ceremony was, happened afterward, who had witnessed it, who dared to be part of this hidden fairy tale, was a story on its own. Word began to travel not from tabloids but from whispers, shared between stylists, overheard in cafes, buried in cryptic Instagram captions and quickly deleted posts. The question on everyone's mind, who was actually there? Who were the select few trusted enough to witness this ultra-private moment? And why did it matter so much? The answers? They were shocking, heartwarming, and, in many ways, more surprising than the wedding itself. It began with a clue no one saw coming. A blurry shot of the beach at dusk, posted by none other than Park Bo-gum, no caption, just a heart and a wave emoji. To casual followers, it meant nothing. Longtime fans knew this was Bo-gum's signature. He never posts randomly. He had been close to Yoo Yeon Seok since their drama days. Rumors had always swirled about their friendship being deeper than most in the industry. That post was all the confirmation anyone needed. Park Bo-gum was there. And not just as a guest. Reportedly delivered a touching speech just before the couple exchanged rings, calling Chae Soo-bin the light that made Yeon Seok's soul finally shine. Following that, a flurry of new names began surfacing. Kim Yoo-young, the radiant young actress and Chae Soo-bin's longtime friend, had been spotted leaving a flower shop just before the wedding weekend, carrying an enormous peony bouquet, the same flowers featured at the ceremony. Later, she was seen laughing with the bride in one of the only leaked videos from the reception, her voice unmistakable. One attendee described the moment. Kim Yoo-young caught the bouquet, and everyone went wild. She blushed so hard. Felt like a proposal was coming her way too. Then came the shocker, Lee Dong-wook and Lee Sung-kyung, arriving together. For months, fans had speculated about their closeness. Now, here they were, walking arm in arm into the private garden party, dressed in matching beige tones. Lee Sung-kyung, ever the vision of grace, held Lee Dong-wook's hand for most of the evening. Subtle, tender, and more revealing than any red carpet moment ever could be. Couple long rumored but never confirmed. The wedding seemed to be their quiet way of saying, yes, for real. And we're here. But perhaps the biggest surprise of the evening was a performance no one could have imagined. EXO's Dio, Chae Soo, took the stage under the dim glow of string lights and sang an unreleased ballad written just for the couple. The lyrics, later leaked online, spoke of enduring love, quiet strength. They promised to protect each other even in silence. Guests said not a single eye was dry. Yoo Yeon Seok was seen gripping Chae Soo-bin's hand tightly during the performance, his shoulders trembling slightly with emotion. One insider said, "You could tell this was more than a song. It was a gift, a piece of Dio's soul wrapped in music." The surprises didn't end there. In a moment that had everyone holding their breath, Hyun Bin and Son Ye-jin arrived, unannounced, unphotographed, but unmistakably present. Dressed in casual elegance, they sat quietly near the back, never demanding attention, never stealing focus. But their presence alone electrified the space. Elders to test people of the entertainment industry. Attendance was more than a show of support. It was a passing of the torch, a symbolic gesture that said, "Believe in your love." Those in attendance said Son Ye-jin pulled Chae Soo-bin aside for a private moment, hugging her tightly. No one knows what words were exchanged, but the look on Chae Soo-bin's face afterward, both stunned and tearful, spoke volumes. Another iconic moment unfolded during the reception. Yoo made a surprise appearance, not to sing, simply to show up as a friend. She had known Chae Soo-bin from years ago, when they were still teenagers in the industry. It was said she arrived just in time for dessert, embraced the bride with a quiet smile, and left a handwritten note on the gift table that read, "For the girl who taught me how to be brave." And then, there was the mystery couple. No one knows their names. No photos have surfaced. But several guests confirmed it. Two megastars who had never gone public with their relationship were there, together, holding hands, and sharing glances that needed no explanation. They weren't hiding, one source whispered. But they weren't announcing either. It was like, this wedding gave them permission to exist. Beyond the glittering guest list, what truly captivated those present was the intimacy of every moment. There was no wedding MC. No grand fireworks. No over-the-top spectacle. Instead, there were handwritten menus, poems printed on napkins, and quiet toasts made by candlelight. Each guest received a personalized thank you letter from the couple, tucked inside a small box of handcrafted chocolates. The letters were written in the couple's own handwriting. "You being here means the world to us," one letter read. "You were part of our love story before this day, and we hope you'll stay with us as we write the next chapters." Yoo Yeon Seok and Chae Soo-bin's first dance wasn't choreographed. It was simple, swaying to a soft acoustic version of Love, the song that first played during their drama years ago, which fans now believe was when they fell in love. The bride cried. The groom kissed her forehead. The night continued with laughter, quiet conversations, embraces under a sky full of stars. But the story didn't end at the villa. Next day, fans and reporters camped at Jeju Airport hoping to catch even the faintest glimpse. Some were lucky. Park Bo-gum, in sunglasses and a hoodie, offered a soft wave. Others stayed hidden. No statements were made. No interviews granted. And yet, the internet was alive with speculation, celebration, and disbelief. Some fans were heartbroken, yes. More were inspired. The sheer privacy, sincerity, and humanity of the event made it feel more like a dream than a secret. One viral post on Twitter summed it up best. Didn't hide out of shame. They hid because their love was too precious to share with the world, until it was ready. Eventually, the couple's agencies released a short, shared statement. Yoo Yeon Seok and Chae Soo are starting a new chapter of their lives with gratitude, love, and respect for one another. Thank everyone who has supported them quietly throughout their journey. We kindly ask for your continued support and understanding. That was it. No grand photo shoot. Exclusive interview. Just two hearts choosing each other in the quietest, beautiful way. And perhaps, that's the real story. The stars who attended. Not the rumors. Not the dresses or the songs. But the silence. The deliberate, intentional silence that surrounded this wedding like a shield. It was a silence not of secrecy, but of sacredness. A silence that protected the fragile beginnings of forever. A silence that, in a world full of noise, spoke louder than any headline ever could. The world continues to talk, speculate. Watch those blurry videos. One thing remains clear. Yoo Yeon Seok and Chae Soo didn't need the spotlight to shine. They had each other. And now, they have a love story the world will never forget. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. See you next time, take care and goodbye for now.